have a turret, a hut, Tusken Raider, Mandalorian's bike, and Grogu's already there. Hey there everybody, it's Lucas, and today we are going to be reviewing the Mandalorian... Restart. Today we're going to be reviewing the Mandalorian Trouble on Tatooine set. We're just going to be going through the builds, the minifigures, and I will give my thoughts and everything like that. So let's go and get started. My goodness, I just had way too much soda. That's not a good way to start off a review. Okay, so first we're going to start off with the Mandalorian figure because I just feel like he's really probably one of the coolest figures here. Actually, the entire reason I even got this set is because I wanted the new Mandalorian. The rest of the figures, and I'll get to them in a little bit, are just not as cool as this one. At first, though, I did want to actually compare this to the other figure that we got from both the ATST, which we have still. Yeah, we still have that. I was making sure it wasn't destroyed. We're bad with destroying ATSTs. And also from the Razor Crest. So I have right here the one from one of those sets. I don't know which one. But I just wanted to compare some of the differences. Sadly, I don't have another stand for this, but that's okay. This figure right here has a darker colored helmet, and another thing I noticed is that this one only has brown on the arms while the new one has brown throughout the figure. Of course, we have a lot of updated printing, and we'll go through that printing, but it's a much lighter color and we have more Beskar. It looks like to me that the other one, I could be wrong about this, I'm pretty sure that that is not 100% Beskar on him. In the other one, this I think is pure Beskar, like completely. So starting with the helmet, I actually think that this is a very decent helmet. Like, it looks good. My only real complaint with it, like around the cheekbone area, I don't know what it is, but it looks like to me that there should be some sort of printing there or something to really, I don't know what it is. It works really well on this, I think, because of the darker colors. But on this, it just looks a little bit off to me. Let me know if you agree in the comments. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Then for the face, before I actually show you the face, we did have a little tease for the face, and I really like that Lego did this. In the show, we got a tease for the face with this clip right here.
I wonder what you look like under there. Maybe he's a Gungan. Is that why you so don't want to show your face?
Okay, and now we will go ahead and do a face reveal. And that's his face. Obviously, that looks, you know, really accurate to the show. Okay, so with the torso printing, we have, I've already mentioned like the updates and everything. So we just have Beskar armor all the way through, Beskar knee pads, I guess, I don't know, just in case he scrapes his knees on the ground or something. I guess that helps. Honestly though, it doesn't look like it's on his knees because this looks more like it's covering half of his leg. With the arm printing, this is actually my favorite part of the figure. We have the whistling birds, and we also have a little shoulder pad. Then on the other arm, and hold on, the little cape's covering that, we actually have the little mudhorn symbol. For the back, we just have the continuation of that strap. And also, I think I see some bullets right there so he can reload. And is that a soundtrack? What is that? No, that's probably not a soundtrack. I don't know what that is. Then for the only villain in this set, which one thing that I did want to point out is that this, well, another thing I wanted to point out, I'm pointing out several things in this video, of course, but is that the Tuskens in this set, I feel like are portrayed as bad guys. But if you watch the show, spoiler alert, they're not. They actually help them. But, and I've noticed this with quite a couple of sets. Like with Ninjago, they do the same thing with the Islanders, not the Islanders, what am I talking about? My mind just blanked, guys. I'm talking about the Mites, I guess it is. Anyway, the creatures from the season 13 Underground season, they had them fighting them on the box art. And in this, I can't remember if they're actually fighting, but it does, you know, they don't include any villains, so they include this guy. So sets like this confuse me because what are you supposed to roleplay if you don't have a villain to roleplay with? But anyway, it still is a very nice figure. It's, you know, honestly, I've kind of gotten tired of Tusken Raiders because they include them in so many Star Wars sets. But this printing does look pretty good, and my camera's not wanting to focus anymore. Please, yes, thank you. But yeah, it does look pretty good. We have the same head print as usual. The strap print does look updated and better, I think. Not sure what he holds in there. Extra food, maybe, something. I don't know, donuts, probably. Yeah, he also comes with this little stick weapon that he tried to beat Luke with. And yeah, pretty nice figure. Not the most wanted figure here for me personally. Like, I would rather have had this instead be Cad Banth. Yeah, so now let's move on to Grogu. Grogu is literally way too small because he barely even fits on the stand that I have him on right now. So I've kind of positioned it weirdly. Anyway, so he is the regular Grogu. We've got him in, I believe the only other set we've got him in is the Razor Crest. So I have Win Grogu. I don't think they changed the printing or anything, but I mean, I don't see why you would. This figure just, you know, it looks really good. It has ever since it first came out. I don't think there's really anything to complain about. It has its adorable little eyes. We actually have another figure to compare him to, so just to show you that these are the same size as like a regular baby, we have one of the sewer babies, and you can actually even switch their heads around. Now we have Worker Grogu. Like, he looks like he actually works at a company or something. That pretty much does it. This figure is very simple. Not this figure, you know, the figure that was together before, but now isn't. Anyway, now we are going to get to the actual builds. Okay, so I want to start with the bike, and we're just going to start from the front of it to the back, because that just kind of helps me get through it better, I feel like. So starting at the very front of this, we have this little section, which I'm not sure the significance of it when flying, like if that actually helps it fly, or if it's like just a design thing, or if it's just, you know, for looks, honestly. But it can move up and down. It's not meant to, but it can because of the way they got it at this angle. Coming toward the side of it, we have a lot of detail, actually, for such a small build. We have pipes going along the edge. We have some rust. This is actually, some of it rusted from the last time the Mandalorian wrote it. He wrote it in season 1 as well. The other side has different details, so they went so far as to actually give it, you know, differences and everything like that. We have a nice seat made of, I guess, leather, probably? I don't know, pretty nice speeder bike, though. I'm going to go ahead and grab the Mandalorian figure and set him on there, and I do have a complaint. The cape really crinkles. They tried to make this better, but this type of cape is just almost impossible to make a build that actually works for it. It's better to take the cape off, but he can ride on it. It looks pretty cool. I mean, it works, and so you have him, you can just, oh my goodness, I just made him come off. For some reason, when he starts holding it, I'm not sure if this is supposed to happen. I mean, I doubt it is, but it's actually like making it go off balance. It's supposed to be down this low. He is literally just floating, so that definitely isn't supposed to happen. Coming toward the back, we have two things. We have a little backpack for the Mandalorian to wear, carry water, Beskar, whatever he wants to carry. Raviolis, probably. Then coming to this side, we have something that is really adorable. This little baby carriage for, and I still have the wrong body on him. That's fine. For Grogu, and also, of course, the Mandalorian could put him on his back and carry him, or whatever he wants to do with it, or just hold the little thing so that Grogu can have a place to go. But yeah, overall, I really like this entire little bike build. Also, I did forget to mention, we didn't show the weapons while I was looking at the Mandalorian, but here is his, like, Death Star gun, destroyer gun that obliterates people. And then on the other side, we just have his little pistol, right? And that pretty much does it for the bike. Let's move on. Next, we have a little hut. In the actual show, I guess it would be, you know, completely around, but in this, they've only done it partly. I guess if, you know, if the Tusken wanted to get in here and be safe or something, then he could just close this up like that. I mean, that works. Just close the piece of ground up. Oh no, and I broke the fire. Starting with the campfire up here, we just have, you know, a regular fire element. We have a little Technic piece holding that in. And yeah, it looks really good. I mean, the little Tusken Raider guy, let me see if I can find it. Oops, I just hit my camera, sorry about that. But we can just have him sitting there, well, in this case, standing there and keeping warm. Overall, pretty nice, pretty simple as well, but I don't think it really needs complexity with this. I did almost forget that you can actually put not the Mandalorians, but the little Tusken Raider's weapon right here. Not sure if that's what it's meant for, but I couldn't really figure out what else this little hook was for, because I mean, if it's not for that, then I don't know what it's for, because there's nothing really in the set for that to hold. Maybe the pot? I don't know. We can look at this from the back, so there's a couple of things here that make it look a little bit off, but for what it is, it works pretty well. Like, it looks like a hut. I just do not like those gigantic gaps. Like, those really are kind of an eyesore right there. And possibly nightmare fuel, I don't know. Maybe not as much as that Spider-Man set we reviewed. That had a lot of nightmare fuel. And one feature that I really do like about this is that you can open this straight up and get access to some of the interior. Like, we get a chance to look at this pot right here, which you can use for the bone that it comes with. So let me grab that real quick. I think I just tossed it over here or something. And you can put that in there and you can cook it over the fire or whatever you want to do. Also, we have a little bowl back there, if you can see that. Let me try and open this up a little bit. Yeah, there we go. We have a little bowl for, or maybe that's a toilet. I don't know. I haven't really decided. It very well could be a toilet. So, and that pretty much does it for the entire build right here. Now let's move on to the crossbow. I'm about to review the crossbow, and I had done a review that had got, the audio didn't work, and now I lost the little Beskar arrow. Come on, where is it? Iron Man helmet. No, I don't see it. Maybe it dropped on some of this stuff. Nope. Oh, wait a minute, there it is. Okay, it's just right there. So now we're ready to start with the little crossbow that he has right here. They were using this in one of the episodes to fight a giant creature that ate a sarlacc. I can't remember the name of the creature, but I know what a sarlacc is. So anyway, here is a side view of this thing. We have these little pieces of plastic that represent, I guess, what actually would sling this thing out to fire it. Of course, it's just a regular spring-loaded shooter. Of course, it's supposed to be a bow. So, you know, in the actual universe, I guess this would probably be pulled back by this, and then it would actually fire. But in this, you just press it. Tried literally in the same place. That's hilarious. Okay, so with the build of this, I feel like they did a pretty decent job. The legs are very steady. We have a little wheel for them to roll it on. These can be positioned. Of course, they're not really supposed to. You're supposed to keep it, oh no, and I'm breaking it. You're supposed to keep it about like that. That pretty much does it for that section of it. We've already, I mean, the features and everything. It's decently detailed. With the Tusken Raider, of course, you can have him come up and wind it up at the side, or, you know, be holding this. Honestly, though, this guy must have super strength or something if he's doing this all by himself, you know, being able to pull this thing around, because they have to, I think they move them. And this guy has no other Tusken Raiders around as far as I see. Nope. No other Tusken Raiders. Yep, he has super strength. Confirmed. One thing I will say, though, is that I kind of wish that this and this were not, oops, that's my headphones, were not even in the set. Now, I don't know like how controversial that opinion is, or if people will agree with it or not, but my opinion is that this would be a lot better with, I've already mentioned Cad Banthe and his speeder bike. So we could have two speeders, a Tusken Raider that was a bad guy, maybe include a little campfire, but nothing more, so that we could have another, and my autofocus is going out, so that we could have another good character, not just the Mandalorian, and another great build. I feel like this set would sell better, would be more satisfying, and everything like that. Okay, so now that we've kind of gone through everything and you guys kind of get an idea of the substance of this set, I wanted to tell you guys what the price is and tell my thoughts on the price. Because I feel like that's one of the more important things, is to have good, you know, ratios of what you would be getting. Not necessarily price to part ratio, but more, if I look at this, do I see that much money in this set? And the set price is $30. And personally, I just do not see that set price here. I mean, there is just not enough here. The minifigures aren't that great, except for the Mandalorian, of course. Grogu's fine if you don't have the figure, and it's a cheaper way to get him. But other than that, there's not really a real reason to get this set. Because really, for me, I didn't even get it for a while because of that. And yeah, that pretty much is my thoughts on the price. I wish it was maybe $25. And that pretty much does it, guys. So I want to thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And let's talk in the comments about this set, other sets, whatever you guys want to talk about. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.